Go to the Supreme Court now, where the most contentious and potentially sweeping rulings of the year could be announced this morning. Voting rights, gay marriage, affirmative action, all hang in the balance. ABC Terry Moran is at the court this morning. Good morning, Terry. You know, the court always seems to save its most important rulings for last. Let's start with gay marriage. There's a whole bunch of possible outcomes here.
That's right, George. That's the big one. Is there a right in the Constitution to same-sex marriage, to gay marriage? All Americans are guaranteed the equal protection of the laws. Does that include the marriage laws? At issue, California's Prop 8, which banned gay marriage. Congress's effort to limit federal recognition of gay marriage. Possible outcomes: the court could say California voters can't do that. The court could say some states which have already granted domestic partnerships must also grant the word marriage, or they could say, you know what, the Constitution's silent on this, let the voters decide. And they could strike down that Defense of Marriage Act, which means that federal benefits would flow to gay couples, or they could uphold it.
So there's going to be a huge reaction to whatever the court does right there, depending on which direction they go. Also, two big cases where race is the focus, whether it can be a factor in university admissions, affirmative actions, and whether states still who have a history of racial discrimination still have to submit their voting plans to the Department of Justice.
That's right. These are two legacy issues, if you will, from the heroic era of the civil rights revolution. On the voting rights, that dates back to 1964. There are states and counties, localities that need to get the permission of the federal government in order to change their election laws. Is that still necessary? That's the question at the court here. And then on affirmative action, the court's been wrestling with this for 35 years. Should students of minority backgrounds get a plus in admissions to universities? The court's been slicing this onion thinner and thinner, saying no quotas, no numerical goals, and maybe they'll try one more slice, or they could say, we're done with this. We'll see.
Either way, it is going to be an historic week at the Supreme Court. Okay, Terry Moran, thanks very much.